get that boy the answer.
Sure. My name is Nigeria Chambers of Big Go Belt Media. I kind of want to ask an emotional question for you. From Jerk to Rye Lane premiering at Sundance and instantly having distribution, which is a huge positive, especially in the world of uncertainty. Just wanted to know how you were taking this all in. And now that, some of the world had got a chance to see it, and now the rest of the world going to be able to see it, just how you processing everything.
Thank you. Yeah, and thanks for referencing Jerk, because it kind of does put everything into perspective. I made a short film and then I made a long feature film, and it's surreal, It's such a privilege to be able to make a film full stop, It's not easy to get one made. I think there's a lot of people out there that are incredibly talented that can't get a film made. It's a difficult thing. So I feel really happy and lucky and excited. Also quite nervous, You work on something for a long time, and you're in your own little bubble of your team and the people that love you that kind of say, "Oh, it's great." And now it's like out in the world, and like people from all over are responding to it, and some people aren't going to like it, and you weirdly have to accept that. So yeah, it's definitely, it's a combination of things, I feel really proud of myself and I feel really happy, but it's terrifying.
Well, I can ensure that the world's going to love it, and congratulations thus far.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nujia, do you have another question?
I do. And David absolutely spoke to my point about the score. I absolutely agree with his question, your assessments of it. My next thought is, typically on films, especially when you're showcasing your two leads, so a lot of the story is going to be about them. But I saw a lot of other interesting aspects and dynamics in this rom-com. The dinner scene when the four come together here. You see a lot of different things, but I think the biggest thing I took away from it was the breaking of gender rolling in dating. I'm curious to know, what are some other themes you think the fans may pull from out of this?
Good question. I think it's weird because you're right, but also for me, that's just the truth. I just think there are really annoying, like, cliches or like tropes that are put in a lot of films. Like, women do cheat as well. Women also do, like, pull off like grand gestures and, do all of those things. I think we do, right? Like, we open doors, we pay phone bills. Maybe we don't pay someone else's phone bill, but we pay like the dinner bill, So I think, like, it's odd because it's like they're not new, are they? I mean, we all know they're not new, but they feel new. But sorry, what was you asked me about whether there are other things in there that may be a little bit less expected.
Yeah, you're tackling them, and that's exactly it. Because when you focus on Dom and Yas, or you sort of expect certain tropes within a rom-com, but then when you get to that dinner scene, you start to see these different dynamics crossing each other, and then a lot of unexpected themes start to come out of it. And one, like you were tackling, was breaking gender role, and as you normalize it, it's not really a normalized thing. So I just loved how that was something I pulled from it, and I loved how Yas. You talked about grand gestures towards the end of the film, which I thought was a very important thing as well too. But I'm just was curious, was there any other things that you think, the audience may pull from out of it, whether it's that scene or just other scenes down the line? I think, again, you've been explaining some really good points about that.
Yeah, I think that's sort of it, isn't it? It's the gender roles. I think it's also expectations around, being Black and British. There are things that people might assume that experience is like. And I think this film shows you a version of it that just hasn't been shown before. But I also think, this film isn't here to sort of be super political or make a political statement. And weirdly, because it's not doing that, it's actually doing that, It's sort of like, and we all went into it feeling like that, We are making a happy film about two people that are also Black. I think it's amazing for me to see that people of color watch it and feel seen and feel represented. But equally, white people that live in the middle of nowhere also feel like they can relate to it and they find it funny, because everybody has an awkward date and everybody has a weird flirtation thing where they're not really sure what to do. And, there's so many things about the film that are relatable in a broader sense, as well as it just being about the Black experience.
That's when you made a good film, when it just touches many communities and everybody's able to kind of pull their own narrative out of it that all speaks in positive ways.
Yeah, I hope it does that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.